This is Ruski Ed, and welcome to lesson 25 in our series on Russian nouns.
You want to learn Russian, but you think it's too tough, too confusing, and all that stuff. Funny looking letters, what's that you said? It's time to learn Russian with Ruski Ed.
Today we discuss the kind of animal that you might keep in your home. Sometimes we refer to these animals as pets or as domesticated animals. Of course, the two most common types of domesticated animals would be the dog and the cat. In Russian, these animals are called собака and kushka. But today we will not focus on dogs or cats. Instead, we will look at animals such as the fish. Now, the Russian word for fish is ryba. So if you have a fish in an aquarium at your house, you can refer to it as ryba. Of course, many people keep birds at their house, and the Russian word for bird is птица. So if you have a canary or a cockatoo or whatever kind of bird you have, the Russian word for bird would be птица. And of course, some people have turtles at their house. Now, the Russian word for turtle is черепаха. So if you have a little turtle going around your house, it's черепаха. Now, the Russian word черепаха also applies to tortoise. So whether you have a turtle or a tortoise, it's still a черепаха. Now, of course, some of you probably have mice at your house. And the Russian word for mouse is mysh. So if you have a mouse sitting around, you could call it a mysh, and you would be correct. And of course, some people, the only reason why they have mice is to feed them to a pet snake. And the Russian word for snake is zmeya. And let us not forget about frogs, for frogs also make wonderful pets. And the Russian word for frog is legushka. So if you have a little frog hopping around, remember that the Russian word for it is legushka. All right, it is time for our phrases, and today we have two very short phrases, and both of these phrases you might find on a door in Russia, the type of door that you either have to push or pull depending on the way it's set up. Now, the Russian way of labeling a door is the type of door that must be pushed is to put the words от себя on the door. And of course, от себя means away from yourself. Of course, the opposite of push is pull, and the Russian way of labeling a door as the type of door that you must pull is to put the words к себе on the door. К себе means towards self. So от себя means push, and к себе means pull. And it looks like we have arrived at the end of another lesson. This is Ruski Ed signing off with До свидания!
It's time to learn Russian with Ruski Ed.